You start out by saying, I don't know what to talk about. And then while we're sound checking, you proceed to waste a good 10 minutes worth of good Valerie Bertinelli material.
We can bring it back up again.
She's going through something.
Sounds like.
Let me tell you something about Bertinelli.
Okay.
She had a nasty divorce. Not the one with Eddie Van Halen. The one with Tom. Bald Tom. That's not what they call him. He's bald and his name's Tom. Anyway, I watch her show a lot. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Valerie's Home Cooking edition. And then you're going to waste Bang's material? Come on.
No one cares. No one cares about that.
That's true.
Anyway, guys, welcome.
So Valerie Bertinelli, guys, scourge of the view, comes on with her bad attitude.
You know a lot more about her than I do. Guys, I was perusing material for our pop culture segment. Welcome to Pop Culture Corner. And came across an article about Valerie Bertinelli. That's what we're talking about. Do you want to welcome everyone to the show, B?
Hey, guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
I didn't like that. Hi, guys. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome to episode 95. 95, guys. Here we are. Happy April.
That's what we're doing.
April showers bring May flowers.
And
That's what they say.
And April flowers bring more allergies.
And that's fact.
Welcome back. Let's talk. Can we talk more about Valerie Bertinelli?
Sure. Brandon's a big fan of the Food Network, guys.
I am. And here's the thing. Bertinelli comes on.
Okay.
Now she's not in the rotation the same as she used to once was.
Your rotation or just the Food Network rotation?
Well, I don't have cable anymore, so I'm no longer bound by their regularly scheduled programming. I can
break free.
a la carte select.
Break free.
Which means no Trish for this guy.
Oh.
Which means the amount of hate in my life has gone down significantly. Brandon. Listen, it used to go Girl Meets Farm, Molly Ye.
Okay. I don't know any of these people.
She cooks. She uses marzipan so much.
Weird.
It's too much marzipan, Molly Ye.
I'm not a fan of it. That's an almond extract, yes?
Marzipan.
Okay.
It's a
very cool. Thank you.
Someone ask Molly Ye what marzipan is, because I bet she doesn't even know.
It's sweet. We'll say that.
Space cadet, you.
Anyway,
she's actually done pretty great. Anyways, and then it would go into Trisha's Southern Kitchen.
Yep.
And I would heckle her.
We know.
And then it would go to Valerie Bertinelli, and Valerie would always be getting ready to serve Bald Tom his lemon curd or whatever, and I'd have to leave to go play drums.
Oh, gosh.
I've never seen Bald Tom eat.
Well, and now you can't because apparently they're separated.
Divorcee.
Very sad.
It's that did not go well.
No. Well, and lately it appears that she was on The View, and that didn't go well either. But you know what, guys? We all do well sometimes, and then sometimes we struggle.
The thing about Valerie Bertinelli is her previous relationship with Edward Van Halen. They maintained a very positive relationship, it would seem.
Did they?
Yeah, but then here comes Bald Tom.
I don't know anything about any of these people.
Just
I can't speak to this.
Bull in a china shop.
Anyway,
I'm here to remind you of the mess Bald tell where he went home.
What you been up to? Welcome to Heartworm Awareness Month.
Yep. That's it. I've been preparing for Heartworm Awareness Month. Is that really a whole month?
Yeah.
Seems awesome that Heartworm Awareness Month is kicked off with April Fool's Day. Mm-hmm. It's like, here's a whole month to be aware of heartworms. Mm-hmm. We're not going to fix it.
No.
You just got them.
They're out here.
Be aware.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lot of fresh, like West Coast cooking. She uses lemon.
Back to this. What have you been up to? I don't care about this.
She got kicked off The View for being drunk and belligerent.
No, she did not. Brandon,
guys,
fake news.
When you're too drunk to talk to Whoopi Goldberg.
Guys, none of this happened.
And I'm here.
Why are you singing this?
Because I love Jagged Little Pill.
Anyway.
It changed my life as a 7th grader.
Did it?
Yeah.
What have you been up to for the love?
Work. Today is hectic. The mental bandwidth I have for this podcast today is low. So I came in thinking you were going to carry us today, and you wasted all the Bert and Ernie material, and then I tried to piggyback off of it, and now
yeah. And now look at us. So yes, yesterday was April Fool's. Did you play any jokes on anybody? Do you get into it?
No, I just continued to have this long-running joke called "Life" played on me.
I thought you were going to say podcast, but you took it a step further.
No, this is a joke. We were going to record it yesterday, and we would have, guys, it would have been our April Fool's spectacular, but instead,
yeah, here we are.
Heartworms.
Heartworm spectacular. Well, I did see a couple of people that I follow online, goofing a little bit. There was one fashion influencer. Her name is Merrick. Her account is Merrick's Art. She was telling ladies to wear pedal pushers because they look good on everyone.
What's a pedal pusher?
It's a capri.
Oh, like a clam digger?
A clam digger.
Clam diggers, pedal pushers.
I think they're the same. One and the same? Are they? I would assume.
Yeah.
And she said they look good on everybody. Therein lies the April Fool's joke. They don't.
Do they look bad on everybody?
There's a very few people who can pull it off and do it well.
Guys, send in your pedal pusher photos.
We want to see them.
1 to 5.
She looks great in them because she's, a young little skinny thing. And they just hit you at a weird place in your leg. You got to be careful with the length of your pants.
The Brandon Birdwell story.
That's it.
With March Madness winding down.
Yeah, which I have not taken part in at all this year.
The basketball boys have been playing the shooty hoops.
Yep.
And the gals.
That's what I knew about it.
This Caitlin Clark.
Look at her.
She's up here.
Shooting star.
Making 3-point shots.
Is she the one that's been saying things she shouldn't be saying, though? Has she gotten a little spicy?
Caitlin Clark?
Is she the spicy gal?
I think Angel Reese
maybe
got spicy. Hold on, guys. Welcome to Women's Basketball Corner with Brandon.
This is how much I know about what's happening.
Guys, pull up your pedal pushers. It's time to talk women's basketball.
Take your heartworm pills. Here we go.
Women's Basketball Corner.
That was a long intro song.
It's the John Tesh
Too long, actually.
Basketball theme.
Okay.
Guys, listen. Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
A lot of debate online.
Really?
Are you going to let me finish?
I'm showing
A lot of debate
you that
online.
I'm with you.
Here's the thing about Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. I think she holds like every record for women's basketball
ever.
Ever.
Okay.
And even more than Lisa Leslie.
Okay.
Remember Lisa Leslie? I got a great.
UConn?
Maybe she played for the LA Sparks in the professionals.
Okay.
Pioneer of women's basketball, Lisa Leslie. I have a good Lisa Leslie story if you want to hear it.
Sure.
After we're done, guys, we're gonna do all women's basketball.
Let's do it. We're very knowledgeable.
So I think she has like every record, which has sparked a lot of debate. Mm-hmm. Is she the most dominant collegiate athlete of all time for her particular sport? Yeah. And a lot of people are saying yes.
Yeah. That's incredible.
And Angel,
give the ladies their due.
She does a little thing, or she did last year. It wasn't really her move. It was really John Cena's move, where it's the "you can't see me" thing in front of his face. And she would do it after she made a 3-point shots, and then after LSU beat them for the national title, Angel Reese, superstar in her own right for the LSU Tigers.
Yes.
Go Tigers, spelled Geaux, because it's Cajun.
Cajun, yeah.
She did her move at her to taunt her.
Oh, no.
And it was a whole thing.
Oh, no.
Which this is just competitive gals being competitive gals, you know?
Spicy.
And this year, guess who just knocked LSU out of the title contention? John Cena. In a mega twist, John Cena came in from the back with a folding chair, took it across Angel Reese's back, did his thing. Caitlin Clark
then did the thing in the face.
Did the face thing, and Caitlin Clark's doing the shooty hoops, setting records. So Lisa Leslie was on an airplane while I had friends coming out to California to visit me and a couple of other friends. one of our friends, dear friend Connor, took it upon himself to go and spit a little game at Lisa Leslie. It didn't go well. She wasn't having it.
Did she say something back?
I think he sat down next to Lisa Leslie.
Bold, Connor. Bold.
Which if there's one thing that Connor is, bold.
Hi, Connor.
He's the John Cena of talking to women's basketball players on airplanes. That's how prolific.
Yeah, everybody
Sat down
knows.
next to Lisa Leslie, told her she had a beautiful smile, made that smile go away, stood up, went to the bulkhead.
Okay.
To lick his wounds. I don't know. But as they're getting off of the plane, we are then told that Lisa Leslie was on the plane. And so I'm scrambling to get something for Lisa Leslie to sign, autographed hound that I am, apparently. All I had was a Will Smith CD. So I approached Lisa Leslie to sign a Will Smith CD. Suffice it to say, my copy of Willennium is still blank on top. She was not jiggy with signing my copy.
What did she say to you?
The same thing she said when she was told her smile was beautiful. Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Lisa Leslie, aside from being a wonderful basketball player, does an incredible impression of crickets. And that's what I got. Now that leaves me.
Did she really not say a word to you?
No.
Nothing at all? Not no.
Hey,
thank
Lisa
you.
Leslie, will you sign my Will Smith CD?
And just
Nothing.
cricket.
I'm just going to pretend she didn't hear me.
Yeah, let's do that.
It was a busy airport. Here's another Will Smith CD story.
Okay.
It's not mine. I wish it was. It was, I need to clarify this. It was thought that this was my story because I had told it and people thought it happened to me. It didn't. It happened to a friend of a friend, but this is my favorite thing ever.
Okay.
Friend of a friend left his car in a parking garage.
Okay.
In the 90s, back when compact discs were the mode of music consumption. And left for a while, came back. Someone had broken into his car, stolen his whole CD book. Remember the big CD books, 300 CDs in the book?
Do I?
But this thief had sat in his car, flipped through his CD book, removed his Will Smith CDs, and left him on the console and stole the rest of his CDs. As if to say, you keep these, bud.
And that thief was Will Smith.
Just spreading the good word. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Lisa Leslie. She goes up and down the West Coast, breaking into automobiles, stealing every CD except for the Will Smith ones, solely because, to get back at me.
Because of you. That's how much you meant to her.
You guys are welcome.
That's a good story, actually.
Actually, Brandon, that's a good story, actually, unlike all of the rest of your stories.
By golly, you did it. What are you eating?
A gherkin.
Guys, he has a bowl of pickles.
He does.
Gherkins.
You know what these are?
Sweets or dills?
Open up. Let me throw one at you.
No, I can't catch it. Your mouth was on that. I don't want it.
Listen, these are called Wickles.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Dude,
Are they spicy?
I'm mad about Wickles.
Because they're so good.
Picante. They have a little back heat, just to let you know that they're not wickling
Are
around.
they sweet and spicy or dill and spicy?
Dill and spicy.
See, I like both.
Dill and spicy. Worst R&B duo.
God.
No, but they're great, and they're from the Trader Joe's, I believe.
Okay.
My body right now is 30% Wickles, 40% Waterloos.
Yes.
The rest is eggs.
Bacon. Oh,
And bacon.
okay.
I'm a sodium.
Easter ham.
I'm an Easter ham.
Speaking of Easter ham.
Ham.
This weekend was Easter weekend. And that's why I'm not mentally here, because this was the biggest week for me of the year in terms of preparation for my job, which is teacher in the church, and just all the things that we had going on. I still feel like I'm processing. I'm in recovery, is what I'll say from Easter, from Easter weekend. And I'm 40% Easter ham as well at this point.
Yeah.
So it all started with Good Friday.
Are you going to tell us a Bible story right now?
No,
Okay.
I'm going to tell you about the 2024 practice of these things. So all started with Good Friday. Preached a message that evening. That's a somber service where Those in the Christian tradition remember the crucifixion. And then on Easter Sunday, huge Sunday, huge. You jammed for the Lamb quite literally on Easter Sunday, 2 services.
You said that like it's not always 2 services.
Well, I know. I just think, the Lamb of the world. It just seems more symbolic on Easter.
Sure.
Jam for him. So it was a huge weekend at the church. We had 9 baptisms, which was special. We had a big lunch at Crindy and Harry's afterwards.
Yeah.
Egg hunt.
Yeah.
For the children who still participate in an egg hunt. Heck, I would participate in an egg hunt if they would get eggs for me.
I won't.
Not even if they had cash in them? Gift cards?
I just want hard
jewelry.
I just want to play
gold jewelry.
I just want to play to devils. That's all I want.
That's what, guys.
And I don't want to hunt for them. I want them at my fingertips.
And you got them. We walked in the door. We were a little bit later than Brandon and Lindsay's fam because of church and all the things. We get there, and I would say I don't know how many deviled eggs were on that plate to begin with, but there were probably only 6 by the time I arrived.
Yeah, I ate a bunch of them.
I know.
Crindy did not plan.
No deviled
ahead.
egg is safe.
That's a great T-shirt.
The Brandon
that I would
story.
wear. It's true. Listen, I can't. It's the thing about a deviled egg is one deviled egg is a half an egg. So really, if I eat 30 deviled eggs, I'm really only eating 15 eggs, which is a reasonable amount of eggs.
Is it?
As an appetizer.
As an appy.
Yeah, I eat them before I eat. Deviled eggs are what I eat before I eat.
I know.
They prime my gut pump.
And guys, if you haven't seen the video we have on our Instagram page of Brandon eating how many eggs, boiled eggs?
It was 30 in 30 minutes.
30 boiled eggs in 30 minutes. You can see it. It's a fast, like a super cut of him eating all the eggs. It's on our Insta. Check it out.
It's called a time lapse.
A time lapse. I'm sorry. I told you, brain isn't engaged. But we had a lovely afternoon. Jeff's folks, Deb and Dave, came into town. It was so good to see them. They've been gone for a while, so it was great to see them. Kids had a great egg hunt. My favorite thing about the egg hunt is that they empty everything out and they call them their shops. They set up shop around the house and then they barter. Mm-hmm. It's a big bartering day.
Mm-hmm.
Some really good prizes in there.
I walked back to collect my child to leave.
Yes.
And one child, who shall remain nameless, Harrison had filled his face with jelly beans.
Yes.
And then spit them.
I don't think he spit them.
That is what everyone said, including both of your other children.
I thought that they were just tossed about.
Tossed out of his mouth about.
Oh,
A.K.A. spatted.
Spat it out.
And so I walked in.
Stop your phone because my storage is full.
Okay.
I don't want you to waste any more time or storage.
I mean, that's... if you don't want me to waste any more time, why are we still doing any of this? Well, that's okay. It's cool because I'm going to spend the rest of this on Instagram now.
Totally. But yeah, it was such a good day. We had a big Easter ham, big spiral cut ham. Love. Honey baked. Delicious.
I took home so much ham.
Yeah. Have you eaten it all?
It was gone that night.
Gross.
You're the one who's gross. Who lets ham sit around?
We still have some ham left.
Do you really?
Yeah, there's 5 people in my home.
We got to get through it.
Jeff made some of it with eggs.
You let ham, and this is the direct correlation.
Okay.
If you let ham sit around too long, you get worms. And this whole month is to be aware of those.
Okay. For your heart.
It's because people let their Easter ham sit. All the while I'm out here doing the big work, eating an entire ham, just housing it straight to the dome. Yeah.
One fun thing that we also did is after dinner, we all gathered around the family television and we watched your buddy Dustin Downing, hi Dustin, his episode of Wheel of Fortune. Because guys, he was on it. He was on it.
Yeah, we didn't just watch his favorite episode of Wheel of Fortune.
No, he was on it. Listen, he looked handsome.
He's a very handsome man.
He performed well.
He's a very intelligent man.
Enthusiastic. And guess what? He won some stuff.
He did.
Including a trip to the Bahamas, the Atlantis Resort.
All expenses paid.
All expenses.
All expenses paid to the Atlantis.
Valued at $9,000, guys.
That's all
what a victory.
That's all the expenses.
I know.
It's paid.
I know.
It's all the expenses paid. My favorite.
So thanks, Dustin, for enriching our Easter.
I'll tell you who's got the best gig.
Vanna
White.
I want it.
Listen.
I was her for Halloween one year. I said that to the group and you laughed at me. My husband laughed at me.
She's a cultural phenomenon.
I know.
She makes $10 million a year.
We looked it up.
Touching screens.
We Googled it.
Which was us touching screens for free. And here she is.
It's because she's so glamorous.
I was about to say, here's the thing.
It's all about the clothes.
Here's the thing. I, touching a screen, look like a toad. I'm over here just...
Especially if you turn your camera on.
Oh, God.
The selfie mode.
From underneath.
Oh, listen, nothing will ruin a day faster.
Front-facing camera in the from under. When you catch me looking like Jabba the Hutt and all I wanted to do was Google what year Pretty Fly for a White Guy came out. Right? Like I'm here, I'm Googling how much fiber's in green beans. And I'm finding like trinkets in my rolls. What was that?
How much does Vanna White make in a year? Oh my
God. How much is it going to take to fix this? Several years of Vanna White's salary. Seriously.
It is the rudest awakening that a human being. It's enough to make me never want to pick up a cell phone again.
Turn it off.
That much.
Turn it off, soft serve. You look disgusting.
It's.
No. Maybe better lighting will fix it.
No.
Nope. God, no. It's just another. I don't know how, but this ring light just exposed 2 more rolls.
And blemishes.
Golly. Leave Manhattan alone, Stay Puffed. Why don't you calm down?
It's so bad.
Oh, God. Oh, God, what happened? Angles, duck lips. Oh, okay.
Mewing.
God, there's no amount of mewing that's going to fix what happens when I catch myself with the front facing and the from under angle. Just looking up. Is this what somebody see? Like, if you like looked up at me and I was a chiropractor, is that what you would see? Is just going.
So just a bunch of chinless freaks out here.
Seriously. Golly, you are a human bisque.
Turkey neck.
There's just no structure to you at all. What is holding you together? Secret of the ooze.
Anyway, guys, it was a great Easter.
You look like those two. Do you remember the movie Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase?
Yes.
You remember those 2 twins in the junkyard that helped Demi Moore? They're hideous, and that's what you look like in the front-facing camera.
Oh, man, guys. And you know what? This is a shared experience. Everybody out there hearing our voices right now knows exactly what that's like. And these are the kind of things that we need to lean into this year. Shared experiences that make us feel connected and not like enemies.
Here's the thing, guys. It's no longer everyone puts their underwears on one leg at a time.
Nope.
It's everyone looks like a grown baby in the front-facing camera. Everyone.
Onward, but how?
God,
this is the way.
Can you imagine being the type of person that just that accidentally turns on the front-facing camera and feels totally satisfied with their life choices?
Sounds great.
Brad Pitt.
I don't know.
Here you go, snatched jaw and all.
I honestly think that if everyone were to change their profile pics on all social media platforms to a front-facing under angle camera.
How much better would the world be?
That's what I'm saying. You know what it is? The great equalizer.
Holy cow. Did
Onward.
we just solve it?
I think we did. This is how we move onward.
Run, don't walk.
Yep.
Update your profile picture.
You go first.
I'll be the tip of the chin spear. I'll do it. I'll guide us into 2025.
Because honestly, if you open, let's say you're in a comment on a post, and let's say a politician par exemple, posts something inflammatory and you are angry and you are heated.
I know exactly where this is going. It makes me so happy.
And then you click on his profile and he's turkey necking. You're going to giggle and it's going to be diffuse.
I mean,
right?
The idea of someone going off. High-minded political rhetoric, letting everyone know how much they know, just really laying into somebody, and you look and they're derp McGurpins on the in the Target checkout camera.
That's it. Solved. Unity achieved.
Guys, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care where you're from. I don't care how much money you make. There's one thing that we all know. You look
hideous,
foul when that front-facing camera ambushes you.
That's it.
God, you're all so gross, and so are we.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Welcome to humanity. And honestly, we've solved it. That's how we do it. This is how we bring order back to social media. Order, decorum, and joy.
Yeah.
That's the way.
Jowls 2025.
That's it. Speaking of jowls,
Go ahead.
I went to Costco yesterday.
Okay. Go ahead.
Costco yesterday. And it was probably one of the most delightful trips I've ever had to Costco. Here's why. Guys, if you've ever been to Costco on a weekend, you hate your life. It's terrible.
And that's not hyperbole, guys.
No, it is so crowded. You're treated as a number. Get out of here. Get through this line as fast as possible. You know, I love how you're just eating and drinking as if it's fine.
Today,
as if there's not a microphone in your face.
I've been so hungry all day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I'm in Costco yesterday. It's a Monday morning. A Monday morning on a severe weather day. People are scared to get out the house because we had our first taste of severe weather last night.
Kind of.
Well, honestly, we should be counting our blessings. I think it could have gone a lot worse.
It always could.
And there were some places where it did not go well for some people.
Sure.
Hail the size of softballs.
Yeah.
Not here.
Not here. Hail? No.
No.
Hail? No.
Not here. And our house that was built in the early 90s, we have 3 skylights.
Skylights were a thing of the 90s.
They really were. And honestly, every time that hail kicks up, I think this is the day. This is the day.
This is the day that just glass showers down upon me.
Raining on me, and I have to climb up here and tarp it up. And I don't know what I'm doing.
I think for my entertainment dollar, watching you amidst a glass and hail deluge trying to tarp up a skylight might be the thing that I would pay the most money to watch happen.
Worth the price of admission.
100%.
Okay. I'm glad you think that about me. Great.
Well,
honestly, anyone in that situation.
Mostly you. Because I feel like it would be so like,
it would be.
No, Jeff!
It would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would pay good money to see it.
You wouldn't have to because you just acted it out.
And seen. Guys.
You're welcome, Internet. But it was a great trip to Costco. It was leisurely. I found some great bargains.
Think of the savings. Think of the savings.
Incredible bargains on sunscreen. I purchased a meatloaf dinner. We're going to eat it tonight. I'm thrilled. Have you ever tried the Costco meatloaf?
It was my nickname in high school.
Costco meatloaf.
No, I've not.
But you know how they have the prepared food section?
Yeah.
Where the rotisserie chickens are and all the things. It is a delightful meal. And it's pre-made. You just heat it up.
Sure.
I am so excited about it because you know what? Little known fact. I love meatloaf. And Crindy instilled this in me. What are your thoughts on meatloaf?
His first record was pretty good. And then after that, he lost me a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know how many copies his record Bad Outta Hell sold?
How many?
I think it's something ridiculous, like 30 million copies.
That is ridiculous. Do you like
Producer,
meatloaf,
will you look
though?
up how many copies that record sold?
But do you like the food meatloaf?
I do. I feel like it can get a little catsup-y for me.
It can be. Mm-hmm.
People can go a little overboard on the catsup. It also depends on your binder. It can get a little breadcrumby.
It can. Dry.
A little dried out. Mm-hmm. Suck all the moisture out.
I'm excited about it. It's kind of a cool day. It's going to stick to my ribs. I'm excited about it. What are you doing? What's happening?
I just opened up my computer and a new.
What did you send him?
He's not. It's a video. Says the. It's just a video that says the very messed up origins of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Why?
Because I was watching a video last night about the very messed up origins of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory before I fell asleep. Apparently, I just closed my computer in the middle of it.
Did you have wild dreams?
No, but you know what I was watching before this?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
The very messed up origins of the Insane Clown Posse, which then took me to this. And that's not a joke.
I believe it.
The Gathering of the Juggalo is the 14th through the 17th of August this year in Ohio.
Not going.
You said you would.
If someone will pay my way and give me a job to do while I'm there, I'm not just going to go out there and wander around barefaced with no moon mist. I'm not doing it. But if you send me there to hand out cases of Faygo Moon Mist and interview people with a microphone, I will gladly go. And I would like a first-class ticket to Ohio, please. Anyway.
Producer's not being helpful, so I'm looking it up. Oh my gosh. 43 million copies. That's an insane amount of records.
It's hard to believe. I wonder why it did so well. I mean, it was a song.
Well, it's a whole album.
Well, I know, but that song was it.
I would do anything for love.
I would do anything for love.
Maybe people just wanted to know what it was that he wouldn't do. 43 million people wanted to know enough that they spent $13 to $16.
Imagine their disappointment.
Remember
when
that?
He didn't tell him.
Remember having to spend $13 to $16 for an entire record just for one song?
Just to have a basketball player not sign it?
Just to have Lisa Leslie pwn you in LAX?
That's it.
Get out of here, Lisa Leslie. But no, it's like you go down to the Hastings with your $13 and change. Oh, yeah. You walk up to the counter. Courtney Fremont's working, looks good.
Yeah. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, Courtney, could you expunge some late fees? Because I've got like $80 worth and also a slushie. Because Daddy's got a sweet tooth. Also, where can I find the album with Summer Girls on it by LFO? Because I want the whole record for one song.
That's why singles were so great. Like cassettes.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. You remember in a Hastings how... Did they need to go so hard on the anti-theft mechanism on a cassette tape?
No.
It was
especially a single.
It was like
$2.
6 feet tall piece of plastic. Yeah. With a hubcap strapped to it. It's like the key at a gas station bathroom.
Yes.
No, guys, I just wanted to buy the single that MC Hammer sings on the Addams Family Values soundtrack.
I do not want that whole album.
No, because really all I need it for is they do what they want to do, say what they want to think. And you know what I watched the other night?
What?
It was a video about how everyone talked about how just the hardest rapper in terms of who you didn't want to mess with, MC Hammer.
What?
There's a whole YouTube video about it.
Singing about the Lord.
I'm just saying, please Hammer Don't Hurt Him was an album title.
And it was real life.
He was a dangerous man. He put a hit out on MC Search from the band Third Base that sang Pop Goes the Weasel.
Oh my.
I've spent a lot of time on YouTube the last few days.
I'll say.
I'm just saying.
Goodness gracious. I've been looking at our summer calendar because here we are in April, and I feel like after spring break, everything is just downhill into summer. You know, with the school year,
sure.
They're in the final 9 weeks.
Sure.
We've got end of year things, like all the things. I've been thinking about travel this summer because we've got some things on the calendar.
Okay. We're
taking a fun trip out to Cali.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
Meeting up with my pal Lisa Leslie out there.
That's right. She's going to host us. Yeah. But I've been thinking about travel in general. And I've been kind of in a season of my life, you as well, with parenting where, you know, your travel is certainly influenced by thoughts of your child. Will this be a trip the child enjoys? Will they, you know, is it easy? All these things.
Yeah. Well, how's he doing back home in the pantry?
Right. Well, I'm living it up on the beach. Exactly.
He has, by the way, taken that whole notion and run with it.
Has he really?
If I ask him to do anything, he yells, "I'm not your pantry boy, father." He literally says that.
Yes. Way to go, Benny. I'm proud of you, bud.
I'll encourage him.
And so I've been thinking about it. Is there a trip, like let's say barring everything, like somebody gives you a 2-week chunk of time.
Sure.
And they're like, you can go anywhere you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Cost is not an issue. Time is not an issue. Don't worry about, where your dog's going to be, any of those things. Mm-hmm. Where would you go? Is there a place that you were just dying to go to?
Legend Valley, Ohio. August 14th through the 17th to the Gathering of the Juggalos.
No. Brandon. He's having a moment.
No, this is going to sound dumb and everyone's going to be like, shut up.
Oh, okay.
The Gathering of the my favorite city in America and a place that I want to go spend an extended period of time is I want to go back to New Orleans. It's my favorite place.
You love it there?
I love it.
What
I think
is it that you love about New Orleans?
It feels like...
Because Jonathan's freaking out right now.
I do. Oh my! I honestly
producer.
didn't even think about that, but it's true.
Yeah. The next time you go out there, you're gonna have to call him.
100%.
He'll take you to a good place for beignets.
So here's why I love New Orleans.
Okay.
It feels to me, first off, it feels like the most European city in America.
French influence.
It has that, and it feels like it's stuck in a time warp in the best of ways.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of cities have over time become homogenized, and like one city feels very similar to another city, feels similar to another city, just because of architecture and the way things have moved. Granted, they all retain like their little things, but New Orleans to me feels like it has maintained its own individual culture more than any other city I've ever been in.
Okay.
Like, I've never been in New Orleans and thought like I could have felt like I was anywhere else, right? It feels very, very unique in that way. And also the idea that you can be walking down the street and like there's a jazz trio playing on this corner and then there's one on another corner. You're eating delicious food.
Do you
and
love the food?
Oh my gosh,
Is
so
the
great.
food your
music,
jam?
food. It's literally, hey, if you told me there's a place you can go and you can walk around from place to place hearing awesome music, eating delicious food and having a beverage, why would that not be the place I want to be?
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Maybe that's it. That's my answer. That's my answer.
2 weeks in NOLA?
Final answer. Locking it in.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Is there a place that's not in the US?
I would love to go back. I loved London. Spent a lot of time there. I loved it there.
Great. London. Hot take, best city in the world.
It's pretty great.
Love it.
There's a lot going on.
I love it.
Yeah, that area. I feel like it would be really cool to like. I feel like Japan seems very interesting. Never been. Germany and such sounds interesting. Shout out Dennis, German listener Dennis.
And we could we'll learn about our heritage. We've got some German heritage.
That's it. We do. We are Deutsch.
We are.
Partially. Speaking of Germany, I dropped my in-laws at the airport today. They're taking a 3-week Viking riverboat cruise.
Of Germany?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Sounds delightful.
I was dropping them off and I was just like, man, here I am.
Have a great trip, guys.
Going to eat pickles like an idiot, and you guys are going to Europe on a boat.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds incredible.
Anyway, so there's a really long answer to your question.
I like it.
What about you?
Hey, thanks for asking. I've always wanted to go to Greece, Turkey.
Okay.
I would like to take, speaking of a cruise, I would love to take some kind of like a Mediterranean cruise because that kind of food is my jam.
Yeah.
That's what
olives and such.
Olives and such. Gyros. Very authentic. But so I would love to do that. I would love to go to the Holy Lands.
Gas station gyros. That's what I want.
That's what I want.
The Holy Land? Did I cut you off?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a
Tell
bucket
us about
list.
it. Tell us about it.
I won't. But for
Thanks.
obvious reasons, I would love to go. I would love to go. And I think that would be a really special, emotional trip for me. But I think just for funsies, I want to go to
Guys, I want to go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
So that I can have a Bloody Mary on the street.
It sounds delightful. I'm saying my Bloody Mary trip is to Greece. Ouzo. Is it called ouzo? That stuff's gross. I could find another beverage to enjoy in Greece.
I had an appointment with the dermatologist because I had a little bit of that.
Did you?
I had a case of the ouzo.
Ouzo. Our Gen Z listener Mia is in Athens currently on a study program.
I mean, just out here
living her best life. I'm living vicariously through her photos.
Just eating a pita.
Eating a pita.
Eating a say, what are you doing? I'm just eating a pita.
Eating a pita. So good.
Gosh, I want to go to Greece and I want to pull my pants up real high and wear suspenders and a newsy cap.
What are you talking about?
Eating a pita. Pita Malark.
Newsy?
Yeah, like a little cap.
Oh,
a jaunty
there
cap.
was a lot of dots to connect, and I just was not with you.
I mean, that feels kind of like our thing.
The Ashley Engle story.
It feels kind of like what we do.
So at Easter lunch at Mom and Dad's house, we were having a conversation about Saturday Night Live because we have been introducing the kids to classic episodes like Best of Chris Farley, Best of Will Ferrell.
Sure.
And of course, we're having to edit out some of them. But the kids are dying.
It's a real good era.
Dying.
The Farley run up through and then Will Ferrell's run. Yep. Those are good casts.
Good years.
Good
skits.
Good years. That's
Great
just
characters.
not the same anymore.
I don't even watch it anymore.
I've seen a couple of episodes lately because Ben has gotten it in his head that he wants to watch SNL, which is bizarre.
Well, so have the Engle kids.
The thing is, we have to get breaks from trying to guess if items are cake.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. And then we wind up defaulting into SNL. And so I've seen a couple episodes. It's not as good as it used to be. But I feel like everybody's that way. I feel like everyone's nostalgic for the era of SNL that they watched the most. Right.
And that was definitely where I was.
That was the
sweet spot.
Yeah, I agree.
But Dad was asking everyone at lunch, what female characters would you say, or female actors, were the funniest on SNL?
Yeah.
And we came up with...
I feel like it was kind of a consensus. Kristen Wiig feels like hard to beat for me. And Kate McKinnon was on everyone's list.
Those were the two that popped up the most. And there were other honorable mentions, for sure.
Candace Bergen got mentioned.
She did.
But not by her name, Candace Bergen. Lindsay said, wasn't Murphy Brown on SNL? Yeah, like your early stages, like your Gilda Radner.
Sure, of course.
I mean, these are pioneers, but I feel
Molly Shannon, Sherry O'Terry.
Tina Fey as a writer.
Yeah, Anna Gasteyer.
Anna Gasteyer was great.
Yeah.
And then Amy Poehler. Mm-hmm. Anna?
I do know.
But
I think it was a consensus of Wiig.
Sherry O'Terry.
Yeah, I said it. We, though, then got to talking about Wiig's new project, Palm Royale. And we should save this to what are you watching, reading, or listen to, but I started it last night. Guys, if you're not watching this one on Apple TV, it's a fun one. I'm only one episode in. We could take a turn. Where are you?
Caught up.
Okay.
It's it's fun. It's very stylized.
60s.
Mm-hmm. And Wiig's just great. She's just so good.
So this is a different role for her. She speaks with a southern accent, which threw me.
Well, she can do
a bit at first.
Come on, she's weak.
She's weak.
She does it all.
But it was great. And then when we were talking about male actors that made us laugh the most, who did we arrive? Will Ferrell.
Chris Farley was up there, but he's like one note, kind of like
Dana Carvey was a big contender
because he was he had a lot of memorable recurring characters. Mike Myers was
Mom
one.
And Dad really liked the church lady, and that's special.
And
that's what they call me.
Mm-hmm. Did you know Robert Downey Jr. was on SNL for a season?
No.
Yeah.
Wild. We'll have to search.
So was Anthony Michael Hall.
Okay.
Which you do not affiliate.
What a weird era of SNL.
Right? And you don't associate them with SNL. But do you know what? Martin Short was only on SNL for one season, but
everyone associates.
Isn't that crazy?
Is it because of the standout characters?
I think it's because, and Martin Short would probably tell you this himself, it's when he was up for the role of Iron Man against Robert Downey Jr., and Robert Downey Jr. got it. That's when Robert Downey Jr. skyrocketed, and Martin Short was relegated to being the SNL guy.
Right.
God, can you imagine Iron Man with Martin Short as Iron?
It makes me think of the character he played on Arrested Development, the Rocket.
Oh, yeah. Uncle Jack.
Yes.
Shoot me. I pinned him. I pinned the army man.
So good. But that was just a funny conversation to have over Easter lunch, but I enjoyed it very much. How is your algorithm, B?
Well, now that I have my phone here, I was gonna, you know what? And you said it, which by the way, was the most momish thing ever.
What?
You sat down.
I'm a mom, okay?
We know it. Also, she's a pastor, if you guys didn't know that. Loves to eat a pita. The first thing you said when you sat down today is you sat there and you heaved kind of an exasperated sigh. Okay. And all you said was, Sean Combs. That's
I don't even remember.
That's it. It's the first thing you said, and I love that you did. It's like it was almost scolding. It's like you weren't gonna say his nickname because I won't entertain this Diddy nonsense. Sean Combs.
Because I was scrolling on the pop culture.
That's what I'm saying.
Feed, and man, there's a lot. There's a whole lot happening.
I love
there.
that your pop culture feed covers everything from Sean Combs to Valerie Bertinelli and everything in between. But yeah, just
and Beyonce,
just Sean Combs. And so that segues into, dovetails nicely into my algorithm. It's all Diddy.
Wow.
All Diddy all the time.
See, I don't have much.
It's a bad boy takeover.
Here's the thing, and circling back to MC Hammer, you know, it's like if
that's the title of the episode.
Circling
back to MC Hammer
as a frightening character, apparently.
That's what they say.
We didn't even know,
dude. I mean,
and look at him rapping for the Lord later. Didn't he rap for the Lord?
He did, and hammers are scary. He also was on death row briefly. Wow. Have you ever seen the bump to the bump video?
Yeah.
Hammer in a Speedo.
Wow.
Just dancing.
Wow. I used to love him.
Abandon the hammer pants for a banana hammock.
Guys, I'm sorry. That's crass.
Uh-oh. Hammer pants down.
So here's the thing. If you are in the public eye and you have...
As this podcast has certainly done for
guys,
the both of us.
Over the last 95 episodes. 95 episodes.
It's so many.
Can you imagine just I wonder about people like Sean P. Diddy Combs and
Sean
MC
Combs.
Hammer. Yeah, just head shake. If you know you're involved in some
seedy business.
Seedy biz, do you just live in fear for the next 20 years? Or do you think you're above it?
So here's what I think.
What do you think?
I think that Diddy,
because this is all up in your algorithm.
It is, and I watched a really in-depth video about it the other day. I told you I've spent a lot of time on the hippie hop YouTubes lately.
You've been in 90s Musicville.
It's pretty great. It's this podcast I'm listening to is taking over my life.
I know,
Brandon, new friend Brandon, that I play with at the church, he sent me a text this morning that said thanking me for that recommendation because I put it on Instagram the other day. He's like, I'm half an episode in and I already love it, which makes sense.
To listen.
It's so good. Oh my gosh.
Listen.
I'm kind of mad that I'm talking to you right now instead of listening to it, if I'm being honest.
I believe it.
I'm right in the middle of the one about a song called The Shook Ones Part 2 by Mobb Deep, which is hip hop as well. Listen, you may know it as the beat that Eminem freestyles over in the battle at the culmination of the film 8 Mile.
I don't know it from that.
Anyways, so well, that's blows my next 15 minutes. But Diddy, Sean Combs, sorry.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
He apparently had hidden cameras in every room of his house, recording 24 hours a day, collecting dirt to blackmail powerful celebrities.
Okay, are we spreading misinformation? How do
in
you know
the
this?
event, no, this is all fact. These are all facts, guys.
From your algorithm?
These are all facts.
We already did this with Megan, and I don't want to go through that again.
Megan who?
No.
The Stallion?
Oh, no, Kate Middleton, I'm sorry.
Megan Middleditch.
Megan Middleton, I'm sorry.
No,
with Lady Kate.
But they're saying that they raided his homes, both in Florida and in Los Angeles.
The Combs homes.
The Combs homes. To collect his laptops, cell phones, all of the things, because the rumor has it that he's got a lot of dirt on a lot of powerful people.
So do you think that they've been living in fear?
I think
or that they're above it.
Clearly you live in some element of paranoia if you collect dirt on other people.
24/7.
Because then you got to be thinking, I'm going to use this later. But if you're living an easy breezy life, do you think Matthew McConaughey's got dirt on anyone?
No.
No, man. JK living all right. He doesn't care.
No.
He's playing nude bongos.
Well, and he's advocating for worthy causes these days. And I think he's a great family man. I do.
Sean Combs?
No.
Oh.
Matthew.
Matthew McCombs? Mm-hmm. All right.
The very one.
He's, listen, I'm just saying, he was the first one that came to mind. Someone who doesn't seem like they're collecting dirt on their friends. Josh Hartnett. Right? He doesn't seem like he's got any cares. Stepped away from Hollywood years ago.
It's true.
Just resurfaced in Oppenheimer.
Have you seen it yet?
Been gone ever since. No.
Me neither.
No.
It's too much of a commitment.
It's so long.
I still haven't finished Boys in the Boat, and it was really good.
I still haven't finished Boys in the Hood, and I started it in the 90s.
Listen, I have finished that.
I have too. It's great.
It's great. Yeah,
A lot of Diddy.
Do you know what's been in my algorithm?
Beyonce.
And I did this to myself. Well, Beyonce for sure.
She's everywhere.
Cowboy Carter. She is in her
I still haven't heard the record, but it's getting a lot of buzz.
So much.
A lot of buzz in the industry, they say.
It has. No pun intended.
No.
Beehive.
Oh, ha!
Hey.
I didn't even think about that.
My goodness, I'm so on it. But yeah, she's having her moment, as if she doesn't always have a moment. But yeah, a lot of Beyonce, a lot of Justin Timberlake in there.
Huh.
And here's what I want to say about
Negative JT? Because
both.
he's got a little blowback.
And okay, and this is interesting.
Go ahead.
Because I think he is, we've talked about this, incredibly talented.
Very talented man.
Amazingly talented.
Very talented man.
Dancer, singer, all the things. I saw a video, it was his Tiny Desk concert.
Oh, yes, I've seen clips
Wonderful.
of it. It's great. I love a Tiny Desk concert so
great.
much. So much.
So good. My friend Heather, hi Heather, sent it to me and she goes, okay, now I'm a fan. I guess she wasn't to this point. It took us to 44 to really get JT.
Yeah, welcome to the 90s, Heather.
Welcome to the 90s. Brandon's been living in it since the 90s.
Come on in.
Come on in.
The grunge is fine. Come on in. The flannel's fine.
Totally. Flannel's always fine. But he's having a lot of pushback, and I think it's because of that Britney.
The Britney tell-all did
biography.
not help, and he did not respond. He actually had some harsh words for it, and it's like in a
And
situation
people
like
will
that.
defend Britney, and I'm glad to see that.
I'll tell you what you got to do. Well, because Britney was not defended for a lot of years.
No, she was not helped.
She was
by
not
anyone.
She was exploited and treated very poorly.
Yes, she
There's a
was.
whole episode of this podcast that I listened to about that, and the host is very appalled at the treatment of Britney in that era. Anyways,
It's heartbreaking.
it's pretty terrible. But he didn't. In a situation like that, you just need to take on the apologetic stance, duck your head, hunker down, wait for the 24 news cycle to circle around, and be fine with it. Because you're not going to go toe to toe with Brit.
Not now.
No,
People will defend her.
you're
and
not
they
going to go
should.
toe to toe with Maria River Red. That's her Instagram handle. It says Maria River Red on it. It's weird. But
It's new.
yeah, JT, and he also got some. This is for a much more lighthearted, hilarious reason. But the clip of him dancing at his concert,
Yeah.
looking like a full-blown dad.
The outfit didn't help. And normally his style is great.
Yeah, but
It was an odd outfit choice,
and
I'll
the
say.
angle was the front-facing camera angle.
Facing camera. It was from underneath.
He was not bringing sexy back.
Not that day.
No, it left.
Anyway, a lot of JT, a lot of Beyonce.
Sexy went to buy cigarettes that day
Yeah.
and has not come back since.
Hasn't returned.
See you in 18 years, dingus.
Also in my algorithm, a lot of Dawson's Creek clips.
Dude,
I don't know why.
because you need them.
I guess.
Can I tell you something that I sent it to Cody and friends and Ted and
Hi,
all of them
guys.
the other day. It was the place Tannehill's that we played in Fort Worth. It was an ad for Tannehill's, and it just said it was selling tickets for an evening with James Vanderbeek, followed by a screening of Varsity Blues.
What?
And I said,
I would go to that.
I said, who's coming with me?
Me.
You want to know Cody's immediate response?
What?
I'm busy that night. I'm going to Pacey's thing at the public library. To which I thought it would be hilarious if Joshua Jackson, a.k.a. Pacey Witter, just followed James Vanderbeek around
Wherever
the
he
country
went.
and held his own event at the public library for free.
And just see who got more attendance.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Listen, I'll go with you to that. When is it?
It was yesterday. No, it's in the
April Fools.
It's in oh gosh, what a hilarious.
Stupid.
It's in like a few weeks.
I would go.
Listen to James Vanderbeef tell anecdotes and then watch Varsity Blues together.
He has so many kids now. Just a bevy of blondies.
That's what you get.
Cute little family. I would go. What you been watching, reading, or listening to? I know we're
60 songs that explain the 90s.
And that's it.
Enter the 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Clan.
Whoa.
Palm Royale, Deal or No Deal Island, Survivor.
Deal or No Deal Island?
Yeah, it's like Survivor and Deal or No Deal had a baby, and that baby doesn't know how a game show works and is making up the rules as it goes.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Is it a delight?
It's so fun and it's so I still don't know what the rules are.
Okay.
But Boston Rob's on it.
Oh.
Anyway, it's a lot happening. This is a textbook. We're throwing mud at the wall to see what sticks type show.
You're really into the reality shows right now.
That's where my sweet spot. Saw the new Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. Was delightful.
Yeah.
Had a wonderful day. Lindsay and I watched the new Roadhouse.
Okay.
It's
bad. Great.
Delightfully terrible.
Okay.
I had the best day. There was a part where we were watching it. I just literally paused it. I go, I'm having the best day. Because it was I loved watching it.
Don't you think you have to do that more now as an adult?
Point it out.
Point it out
Yeah.
and be like, and claim it and hold on to it for all it's worth.
We're having a lovely time.
Aren't we? Oh my gosh.
These mashed potatoes are so creamy.
Yes. So our family has been watching reruns of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh.
And we are
great.
loving it.
It's
The
great.
kids love. We watch
It
several a
holds
night
up.
together.
It holds up.
It does.
It's great.
What a fantastic show. Back in the 90s. Here we go again. All the cameos.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a bunch of cameos.
So good. Again, Best of SNL. We've been watching, I started Palm Royale, and I listened to the latest Smartless episode with Kristen Stewart.
I'm still a couple episodes back.
I will say, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I enjoyed learning more about her.
Okay.
Because in the press, she doesn't have the most vibrant press personality, but I really enjoyed this.
Okay.
She's an interesting gal.
Okay.
Anyway, what's your warm heart?
I'm stealing, got to hang with the fam and do the Easters.
Yeah.
That's what I'm stealing. That's mine.
It was a great day. That's one of mine, but since you took it, I'll just say Easter with my church family. It was a beautiful time, and we all pulled together, and we're all exhausted, but it was great. Beautiful.
Okay. Well, there you go. Guys, we're going to circle back on this Valerie Bertinelli stuff.
We're going to circle back to MC Hammer.
We're going to get back to MC Hammer and Diddy. And guys, I don't know.
We did it.
This was the worst. Bye.
Bye.